New Year.
We're live. We made it, I think.
We think it's working.
Is it working?
Why don't you check your phone?
Oh, yep,
it's
it's working. Yay! Someone's here.
Hi, Christina. Happy New Year.
Hey, Christina. Happy New Year.
For those tuning in,
Hello.
I'm Christy.
I'm Bree.
I'm Di.
Chardonnay.
And we are the Life Enhancers. 2 years ago now.
2 years. It's been 2 years we've been on the road. This is crazy. Hey, Stefan.
It's crazy.
I know it's crazy. How much has gone on?
I know Di shared a video the other day of our buddy Mark, Moonrider Productions, who did a little video montage of where we were at mindset-wise and personally when we decided to quit our gig 2 years ago, 3 years ago.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy. Like when you think about it, I shared that video yesterday, and it was that was shot just over 2 years ago. Actually, about 2 years ago, almost exactly 2 years ago. And I think, for some of you that don't know, I quit a career job of 17 years, and left that industry. And Christy left her job about a month after I left mine. And then a few months after that, the girls, we pulled them out of school.
Yeah.
I was first.
Gave away everything that we owned pretty much, other than what we couldn't part with, like items that couldn't be replaced. We put into a storage locker, and then we filled our suitcases, packed our SUV, and we've been traveling now over 2 years.
Just
Just over 2 years now.
We
Crazy.
like to say living out of our suitcases because we haven't really fully traveled per se. We have done a lot. What did we figure out? 65,000 kilometers driving. We've done.
Hey Matt, Happy New Year.
Happy New Year. We
Hey,
have
Kathy.
done. Di has done over 200 hours of flying. The girls and I have done between 120 and 150 hours. But we have had the opportunity to spend a lot of time with family and friends and stick around in one place. So we have suitcases is what we've been living out. A very minimal life.
But when you think about everything that's been accomplished in 2 years, it's pretty crazy, right? Like it's definitely, over the last few weeks, we've really been trying to connect with people in our tribe and our communities. Some of you are new, some of you have been around a long time. And, we're really big on encouraging people to chase something, whatever that may be, that one thing that you're truly most passionate about in life. All of us have passions. We have certain things that we really aspire to do more of. And sometimes we just get caught up in the day-to-day of living life, and sometimes we put our passions on the back burner. And I see people do this with health, right? Like they recognize their health is important to them, but they prioritize the needs of others before themselves. And we have to realize that we can only do that for so long. As kind as that is, as giving as that is, there comes a point where if we don't take care of ourselves and our own needs, our own health, well, that foundation of health, it gets rocky. It starts to deteriorate, and that will affect every other area of our life. And so what's most interesting is a lot of us have this innate passion for something that really drives us in life, and sometimes we forget about it. We put it to the side. And without that deep sense of purpose and connection to the things that we do, it's really hard to sustain those things. And so we recognized that we didn't want to be looking back on life 10, 15, 20 years from now and saying, what would have been really cool? If we took advantage of that opportunity to really just simplify our lifestyle so we can pursue some passions of traveling and connecting with our communities on and offline, writing a book, and ultimately just really trying to spend time as a family and prioritize things that way. And hey, it's been rocky at times. We've had some ups and downs.
Yeah.
But you know what? It's our journey, and we've really been enjoying the process. And
Regular life has ups and downs, though.
well, it totally does, and it's just
Ours are magnified.
well, our ups and downs are often in different countries. Oh
Yeah.
well.
It was yesterday. We were sitting down. We had home pizza for New Year's, and just the four of us rung in the New Year together, which is really rare because we usually stick around and hang out and have board games and are always hosting the parties and that. So, hi everyone checking in. But we started to think. I actually
Happy New Year.
wrote down some of the things because we started to giggle when we were trying to figure out. We've done hospitals and doctor visits.
Hey Tom.
All over
hello.
the
Happy
place.
New Year. Hey Chris. Hello. Happy New Year.
Chardonnay, remember, I think Chardonnay was the first one to deal with hospital visits and doctor's visits. So she stubbed her toe.
Oh, yeah.
And the toenail over time, she decided in Saskatchewan, was it?
Yeah, Saskatchewan. It's actually the people, my mom's friend's doctor friend that, like, they've known forever.
It's actually the house we're in right now.
We're in her house right now. We're house sitting.
She's like, you can get that toe off. So here goes Chardonnay walking into the Melbourne
Anna, Happy New Year,
hospital
Happy New Year.
and this gets a needle in.
Saw
This
that,
guy like takes off her toenail. And it didn't matter that we weren't at home. She got her toenail removed.
Yeah.
And what about your ear infections and going to Children's Hospital in Winnipeg? Bree has issues with her ears.
Small eardrums. Or small
Yeah.
Ear canals.
ear canals. Thank you. That's the word.
But how was your experience in Bali when you went there?
I saw that. No. Bad boy. No.
I was just going to help you clean it out.
But yeah, she spent some time at the Children's in Winnipeg, and then you went into a walk-in clinic in Bali.
Yeah. It was fast there.
Yeah,
Normally we have to wait like 2 hours. No, minimum an hour.
And didn't you
But
guys
in
go
Bali,
at like 5 o'clock? Or something?
Yeah. In
Anyways.
Bali it was
Moving
like
on.
5. No.
We got lots to
5
cover,
minutes.
or do we? I don't know.
Dad,
Well,
we have our
come on.
list, but
Chris has got a massive list of things to reflect on for 2017. It's actually, I'm amazed at how much Christy remembers because she does.
on.
Christy, like everyone asks, like, how do you guys do this? Like, how does this work? And to be honest, Christy is the logistics queen. She is our booking agent and she is our life agent.
Yeah.
And without Christy and her tinge of ginge, I don't know if we'd be anywhere today. Like,
true.
no, it is
It's
true.
I don't know.
It's true.
But anyway, so last night we're having dinner. You know, we're ending the year with pizza. It was healthy pizza.
Ending it right.
It wasn't.
It was so good. And Christy was jotting down. We were reflecting on our year, and this is something we encourage all of you. Hopefully, you're doing this with your families or even yourself as an individual. Just reflect on 2017. You know what worked, what was an opportunity to learn. You know, maybe those things that didn't quite work out as you planned, but what can you learn from those opportunities, from those experiences? And then also, what are we going to take from our learnings from last year and apply to this year to make this year even better? And so as we started reflecting on this, literally, she's like filled out a notebook. And so...
But I also reflected on some funny things too.
All right, well, where are we going to start? Let's start.
But no, the thing is, also last New Year's we were at his parents' house and we were sitting on the couch all together on the Apple TV like AirPlay stuff,
Oh, yeah,
scanning through
digital
all
life
our
chart.
photos of 2016, and boy, we couldn't get through. We made it to
I think it was
like
5 hours.
March.
Yeah.
We made it to from January to March.
Yeah, actually, that's a really, really good point. So if you do have Apple TV or you have the capability to sort of project your phone or your camera roll, and you're like us, and we sync all of our camera rolls to a Dropbox. So we don't have to worry if we lose our devices, it's all good, because at least that information's all backed up. So a little hack there for you, you can sync everything up so it's always syncing. You can use Google Drive or Microsoft OneDrive, whatever it is, just sync it all up so that way you're never stressed if you lose a device and lose some of those important memories.
21,000 photos.
21,000 photos
on
between all of us.
On mine
She's a
alone.
photographer.
Yeah, that was Christy alone. So you
It
can
was
just
crazy.
imagine how much we had. So we started to peruse that. So some people will have a memory jar, and we've done those in the past, but because we've been on the road and just not had a jar to truck around with us, we've created a digital version of that.
But we
And
take pictures of
Yeah.
like if we go to a certain movie or a conference or do something cool, we take a photo. And so we were going through our Dropbox, like Chardonnay said, last year, 5 or 6 hours we got in, 2 days worth of things, and we didn't make it very far.
We made
so
it
this
3
year
months.
we decided to do a Fast and Furious, what we could remember off the top of our head.
Yeah.
But we
It
still will
really
go through more of our photos and that kind of thing. But
But we're going to share a couple of our highlights and what we learned from our highlights. So, here we go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know if this is so much an opportunity to learn.
There's learnings from
But-
everything.
Guess how many, anyone who's watching right now, we're going to start with how many coffees do
As
you
he drinks
think,
one right now.
How many do you think I've drank?
how many coffees do you think
I've
Di
had?
has drank
How many in
just in
2017?
2017? Just in 2017 alone. You can
Starbucks,
post-
that app, damn you. Howard
But it
Schultz,
is our
if you're
go-to.
watching Howard, I know if you have grandkids going into university, I've covered one of their tuition. So,
but when we're
just put it
at
that
people's
way.
houses, we do more of like we try to do a local single origin coffee or bulletproof or something. But
We
when we're
always
on the
go
road,
back to Starbucks, though. We
Starbucks
always
is
end
reliable
up back to
bathroom and
Starbucks.
Wi-Fi, so coffee. Oh,
95?
somebody said 95.
Oh.
95,
Oh,
800.
800.
Oh,
Getting
getting
close,
close,
you're
getting
getting
close. 5,000.
5,000.
Well, that's a bit
We
extreme.
kind of
Oh, 300.
300.
300.
300.
Good.
Good guessing. Good guessing.
Good guessing. So
One more guess.
after-
One more guess.
One more guess.
First person to do one more guess.
One more guess.
One
more guess, one more
I'll
guess.
tell you with one more guess. I don't know.
And people that already guessed
All
can
right,
re-guess.
just put it out. Put it out.
How many coffee sounds
like a brand up.
Yeah, no
right.
kidding, right?
3 to 4 per day. That's pretty good.
Actually,
Yes, Joseph,
yes.
That's
pretty
Yosef,
close.
Yosef was
So
Pretty
pretty much
accurate.
bang on there.
Di has figured
Oh,
out
950.
it was just over 1,100 coffees that he enjoyed. And now if you think about it,
1,100 coffees.
and those aren't cups. We're talking about like grandes or ventis. So knowing that Di does not drink alcohol, that's actually a huge highlight. 8 years. 8
Right, it's been
years.
8 years. No alcohol.
No alcohol, but his vice
But
is coffee.
Coffee and bubble water.
Yes, and
I drink a lot of
We
bubbly
should've
water.
calculated how much
That's
bubbly
Pellegrino,
water he's had.
Perrier. Even we were doing SodaStream when we had a permanent address.
So
Yeah.
stream was
Man.
Miss our soda
A
stream.
lot of bubbly water.
Lot
I
of
like
bubbly.
bubbles.
Club soda cans in Bali were
We
our
all like
best friend
bubbles.
because Perrier, you cost way too much.
In Bali, it's an import.
$5 a bottle or something.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
No, it's like
so.
$10.
Thank
And
you,
then
Christina.
another thing,
Thank you.
another thing we kind of started to figure out is how much Minecraft hours. Bria's a master
No!
at Minecraft.
She's really
And for
good.
anybody who's curious if Minecraft is a waste of time or frying their kid's brain, the online schooling, like self-designed schooling program, they use number of hours. There's so many things that they credit to Minecraft for learning and schooling. So we're a little on board with it. But why are you hiding your face?
You love
It's
mine.
a
You are
lot
so
of
good at it. It's a lot of hours.
It's
Guess
a
how
few
many
hours.
hours? Guess how many hours?
No, we won't make them guess
No, I
that.
want that.
I
I
don't
wanna
think
see.
anyone will get close.
Cheers,
I don't think
Christina.
anyone
Cheers.
will get close. Okay.
Just one guess. Just one guess.
All right, just go.
Okay, somebody
guess
throw
to make
out
her happy.
guesstimate
How many hours do you
hours
think Bree's had
Bree
of Minecraft?
might have spent fine-tuning her Minecraft skills. Because anyone who has kids knows that it's something that they love doing.
Oh!
6 a day, hours.
6 hours
Oh,
a day.
That was accurate
Jeez.
for 1 month.
10,000 hours.
Pretty close.
That's pretty good.
Oh,
Yeah,
I don't
Paul.
know. These guys actually,
Ooh,
your
one-
number
Pretty
is
good,
way
pretty
lower
good.
than like they expect. Bree figures about 650 to 750 hours has
Through
been
the year.
spent with Minecraft. That doesn't include Stardew Valley or skins or any of the other things. This is just
Skins?
Playing.
Sims.
She doesn't play
Sims.
Sims.
No, I know. Anyway,
I
so
don't
that's
play
Minecraft.
I'm the expensive child.
So,
What are
if
you
you
gonna
have
share?
any questions about Minecraft, here's the one to ask. Okay, she's definitely an expert. As they say, 10,000 hours to be an expert, 20,000 hours to be a master. She's well on
She's
her
probably
way.
watched close
So,
to
it's
I
awesome.
a lot of
watched
YouTube
it.
She's a YouTube channel freak.
All right.
Okay, what about movies and episodes? We kind of calculated how many
Ooh.
movies, documentaries, episodes like This Is Us, 13 Reasons.
Stranger
Scorpion.
Things got us
Stranger
good.
Things.
Scorpion.
Stranger Things
Go
got
watch
us good.
Scorpion. It's a good show.
We are a
We've-
very like active, engaged family, but our chill time and our connection time is truly cuddling, watching movies, watching TV, just spending time in each other's presence. So we calculated. What do you think it was, Sharnik? Do you remember?
Yeah, between TELUS Optic and Netflix, oh boy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What do you think? Do you remember what it was? I think we got to about 470.
Hours.
Not hours, 470 shows, whether it be an episode or a movie.
No,
Yeah,
that
there was
much?
close to like 200 movies or something.
Either way, we've definitely had our share of screen time. And
But that was collectively, that was like when we would watch it as a family, not
No,
in-
no, he would
Oh,
watch
that's
Watching
everything.
Dead or Black is Orange is the
included
New
in
Black.
it.
If you guys hadn't watched it, so
all right, so we've had enough screen time. So headed into 2018, we're much more mindful of this, and we've actually made a commitment.
But Stranger
That-
Things season 3 will still binge you.
We're going to be a bit more selective.
And
we don't have the
Riverdale.
same opportunities though
Yeah.
where we're headed. So when we share what's up for 2018 in a few minutes, you'll know why.
We got some big news on what's happening in 2018 for us. Oh boy, it's crazy.
How is Chardonnay going?
I'll tell you.
How
is
is Chardonnay going?
How
How
are
are you
you
doing?
doing?
Good.
with your arthritis and everything?
Maybe arthritis. Maybe
You mean
her
about the
writing?
arthritis? but
Like,
also
what
the
do you
writing?
mean about?
She's been. Oh yeah, how many words? Okay, so now we know Bree, we know me, we know Christy. What? We gotta know
Chardonnay is an
She's a
incredible
writer.
writer.
A writer. And if you're not following Chardonnay on Wattpad,
No.
what's your name on Wattpad?
Well, I have.
Chardonnay Manuel is one of them.
Okay, but what's your writing account?
Just Chardonnay Manuel.
Just Chardonnay. Just look up Chardonnay Manuel on Wattpad, and it's crazy. So how many words do you figure you wrote last year?
Like for story writing? Or?
Just in general, through Wattpad
Feel
alone.
free to
How
throw
many
out a
words?
guess while she thinks.
What was it again, Mom?
I think we calculated. Wait, this was what I mean. Her book. Oh yeah, her
Yes,
book. Yes,
she's
written a few books.
Written
now.
a few books now,
Not
Chris.
actual books, they're just
Hey,
chapters.
Pete, what's up? I bought every member in this family a new lamp for reading. We are all in bed at 8:30 and do a minimum of 30 minutes. Oh, man, that is solid, Pete.
Love it.
Good one. Good
Yes,
one.
we've committed to reading a physical book, not just digital and Audible, a physical book each a month. So
For 2018, that's one of our big goals is to get back to the tangible books. Because it's funny, Audible, I can binge. And like when I was traveling Europe earlier this year, I don't even know how many books. I think I went through like 6 books, 7 books in that 2-week period. It was crazy because all the downtime, all the free time, all the flight time was all just listening to books. So it's amazing how much you can take in.
And
you
a
know?
good book to
But
start
there's something about
with
holding a
is-
book.
Ta-da!
Oh, look at that plug. Look at that plug.
The
There.
book to start with is
So if you're
this
looking for a book for 2018, this is a good one to start with.
She's been trained well.
Good job there. Good job.
Yes,
Your
I
check,
know.
checks in the mail. Oh.
I'm amazing.
Okay.
we're kind of getting off track in our
Yes, we are. Get back to
2017.
it. Come on. Get back to it.
Before I forget, though, I feel like okay, no, we'll wait till the end. Our 2018
Nice
goals.
plug.
So nice
Thank
plug,
you.
nice
Thank
plug.
you very
Couple more
much.
highlights.
Okay, a
Let's
couple
go.
more highlights we had was
Braces off.
Yes, braces came off. Look
My
at
teeth
show your
are so white and
Show
shiny.
your teeth nice and close. So because of our travels, the ortho would like to see them far more often, every 6 to 8 weeks. But we went and ended up seeing them every 3 or 4 months. And so Chardonnay was officially the longest patient. But we shout out to Ocean Ortho because of their patience, but also their determination to not give up on getting these kids to their perfect teeth. So confidence and smiling, right? It was worth it. Was it worth it?
Yes.
Yeah?
Pete, nice plug there. Nice plug
No one
there.
can resist.
What's his name?
No one can resist these pearls.
Okay, we gotta
Stranger
rewind
Things.
all the way
Yeah.
to when we first started our road trip. Because one of our big goals was to spend time as a family. And right out of the gate, we got to go to Palm Springs, California, and spend time with my grandparents, who were at the time 89 and 90, but they are now early 90s, a couple years ago. And they're still alive and doing well. And most of us just get to vacation or spend like a meal with our family and our parents and those that matter to us. And we got to spend 6 to 8 weeks. I can't remember, but I think it was about 7.
I think it was
weeks.
2 months.
A
2
long
months
time.
on and off. They were so gracious to have us and allow us to stay and keep returning. But we got to live the day-to-day life, like morning coffee and the cheesy, I don't even know what they were, Pillsbury biscuit donuts or biscuit things
The
they make every
routine we
morning.
had of Wheel of Fortune, Jeopardy.
Yep.
7 and 8
Lights
o'clock.
out.
And card
Lights
games and watching the sunset and just really appreciating those simple things. So that's how we got to kick off our road trip and living life differently. So that was extra special time.
And we took a long time to get there too, you know, like because we did. We stopped in Seattle. We visited
We
our
did
friends
a
in
large
North Bend.
trip in
We went
Oregon.
and met friends in Seattle as well. We went to Scott and Katie's gym, their CrossFit box,
Stoneway, yeah.
Stoneway CrossFit, and
That was
then,
our first friendship. That was an online connection
Yep,
was our first
online
in real
connection.
life.
And so it was really cool connecting with them and their community. Our good friends Brad and Shelley in North Bend. We stayed there for a bit. We actually we stayed with them a number of times over the last couple of years.
And we're going back.
And yes,
We
we
got
are
to
going
see
back.
rabbits breed and dogs breed.
And now the dogs actually had puppies.
We get to see the puppies.
11 puppies.
See, you guys ask about schooling for the kids, and so they've been able to see numerous types of animals in the real get down and ugly. But also, they've been able to see the full life cycle from literally the get go, the planting of the seeds, and then right to the actual birth.
Yeah,
So
we haven't seen
hey,
that yet. But
no
we
National Geographic. This is legit.
We saw some monkey stuff.
And I feel like,
Monkeys do it.
yeah, you guys definitely have seen a lot of animals, and they've learned a lot of scientific
Discoveries.
But
That movie.
okay, so that was 2016 how we kicked off Major Family Time. 2017 we kicked off with Major Family Time as well, with our plans to go travel internationally when they were delayed because of Di's dad, and just having the opportunity to spend time prior to learning of him being sick and having that true, genuine, like those dinners and those hangouts and just being able to, because before, pretty much life up until then had been once a year,
Summertime.
If that.
dinner. Like,
To be honest, you know, it's really interesting once we start looking at how we invest our time, right? A lot of us just presume that we just don't have time. We don't have time. We're too busy. And it's really easy to live in that sort of mode of operando. I think a lot of us get just side-railed by just expecting everything to be as it is. We don't really plan for those tumultuous occasions where things just go awry, right? Like, as Murphy's Law says, you know, if we just don't plan for those moments where life doesn't go to plan, we're not actually planning. Because you have to be ready. And I wasn't ready. To be quite frank, you know, seeing my family and even speaking to my family wasn't a priority. It's funny, you just expect everything to be as is. Your parents are always going to be around, and life will just provide for you. And one thing I realized was when we embarked on this journey of this last 2 years, we've had a lot more time together. Whether it's driving, whether it be in planes, whether it be living in a small little room out of suitcases. It's been amazing, you know, this opportunity to reconnect with family. And I'm very grateful that we had the opportunity to spend some time in Ontario and to be around my dad as he went through his cancer. And it's not a pleasant experience based on the outcome, but it's an experience I will be forever grateful to have, and to have that time. And so, you know, I truly believe that things work out for a reason. And it's interesting, right? Like, you can never plan for something like that. But we were fortunate enough to be in a situation where we could take advantage of that schedule and put everything else sort of on hold as we were able to prioritize family. And for that, I'm very grateful. And
we got to spend extra time. Di's parents haven't been together since he was 11 or 10 or something like that.
before that, yeah.
And so they live in separate homes but in the same area. And so we were lucky enough to help his mom and stepdad transition from downsizing their life and going through retirement and renovating their new oasis and having that ability to just really be there instead of getting updates. We were physically on the ground. We built decks. We built sheds.
Walls.
We cleaned out storages. We were amazed the skills that the earlier generation that Di's stepdad even has at 70 years old was amazing to see and have that experience there. So
Time is a big one, you know, having, I don't know. It's, we definitely prioritize time and prioritize family. As you may know, some of our family pillars are just that: family, fitness, faith, and finances, as well as having fun and building a life that we want on a foundation of health. And so that's sort of our, I don't know, our general instructions, you know.
kind
to
of see
live
if it
in.
aligns in those things when we try to make decisions, you know. So
But with that, you know, we want to really encourage you to take some time and reflect on last year. Sit down with your family, have some fun with it. Even if it's just you solo. Reflect on what happened this year. Think about all the good things that have happened. Right? It's really easy to focus on all the things that we didn't make happen. I know a lot of people are talking about goals from this year. And we're talking about the goals that we didn't achieve. You know what about the goals that we did achieve? What about the fact that if you had a goal in mind and you were progressively working towards it, right? You were actively pursuing every day, moving a little bit closer. Who cares if at the end of the year you didn't actually achieve it? think about how much closer you are to actually making it a reality just based on living into that throughout the year. And that's the whole idea about life, right? It's a journey of progression. It's never a journey of perfection. And as long as we're actively involved with our lives day to day and conscious about the decisions that we're making and the actions that we take, then you're living an empowered life. And I think an empowered life is a valuable life. And it's a life that will continuously evolve, as well as nurture the relationships of those that are involved in that life. You know, it's not always just about us, even though it is, as ego will say. You know, we're all individuals and we're always focused on our own lives, but we don't realize that the decisions and the actions we take, they influence those around us. And that's what makes life so incredible, right? These relationships that we're able to foster and nurture and grow over time.
A lot of times it just starts with hello.
And it's simply a little hello or a high five or a virtual, as Facebook used to start. Remember the pokes? Remember the pokes? Who pokes on Facebook anymore?
I don't know if you can still do it.
But as simple as that, right? Just a little interaction, just sharing with somebody that...
That was one of our highlights,
think about
actually.
it.
One of our highlights was the relationships that we've had the ability to nurture and the lives that we've been a part of on a personal level. But also, you girls, one of your learnings or you figured was the international friends that you've made. Going to the Family Adventure Summit, meeting kids that also travel and are nomadic and live independently. Alice. And Chardonnay got to go to camp, and she got to build some new relationships there, and just putting yourselves out there and having that brave moments of saying hi and being kind. And I think the two words that we came up with for our learnings for 2017 was kindness and patience, and just knowing that there's no judgment and that no matter your race, your age, your size, your ability, where you're at in life, that everyone, you just look each other in the eye, you say hi, or you nod, or you smile.
Hellos.
Hellos.
Hellos. H-E-L-L-E.
Hello, what's happening?
U-R-S. That's how I spell
And
it.
don't be so self-consumed with what you think someone's thinking about of you, because that was a big thing out in Bali. Everyone was just, it's 90% Hindu, so that was a big highlight for 2017 as well. After Dai's passing, his dad's passing, and we kind of were like, all right, what's next? Like, we could sit here and do nothing, or we could continue with what we'd set out to do. So we decided to go rent a place long term, and we got a spot for 11 weeks. And we went to just outside Canggu, Seminyak, Bali, and spent time as a family. And we were lucky to have friends come visit us, which was awesome, but also meet new friends.
We
And
moved in right next door to people, literally me and Bree's age.
Alex
One's a year
and
older than me,
Jessica.
one's a year younger than me, and older than Bree.
Just going back to the whole thing, if you guys haven't read The Alchemist by Paulo Coelho, I suggest that it's your number one book that you've put on the top of the reading list for 2018. You know, it's this whole idea of just, I love the story of it, and if you listen to the Audible, it's actually really cool because Jeremy Irons, you can get the Audible version where he narrates it and he acts out the characters. It's just a fantastic book, but it's this whole idea that we go on these epic journeys often to discover important things because we're searching for something. We're searching for something, and often what we're searching for, we already have. We already have it in our world. But it just may not be front of mind. It may not be that perspective because we're clouded, right? Because we're focused on some other idealized vision of what things should be or how our life should be or how the relationship should be, rather than looking at what we already have and realizing it often is everything that we need. And as profound as that may sound, it's actually a really simple way of living. And I think that's something that we learned in 2017 was this idea that as long as we're together as a family, you know what?
We'll survive.
Yeah, life happens, but as long as it's happening together, it's definitely a lot easier to manage and to navigate and make decisions. And so if you haven't read that book, please add it to your list. Paulo Coelho, The Alchemist. I'd love to hear from you and let me know what you think of it. I've already seen a couple of people comment there saying that they love that book. It's one that's impacted us. And to actually, if you don't know this story already, I'll share with you. My first date with Christy, I brought her a book. And the book I
Literally
gave
handed
her,
me the chapters bag.
Sounds like
I did. I handed her the chapters bag and said, I got a little gift for you because I knew she had a passion for traveling. And she's this tinge of ginge, this beautiful redhead that I wanted to create a life with. Even though I may not have known it at the moment.
It's always been about doing things differently.
I gave her a book and I gave her The Alchemist. That was the first thing I gave to her on our very first date. So
Do you still
it's
have
interesting,
the
full
book?
circle.
And it,
We have the
totally
book,
still have
it's
the
in
copy.
storage. And,
We have a
but
few other copies as well, but 5 Love Languages and 4 Agreements were
No
two other
Yes.
pivotal
flowers,
points.
no
so
chocolate.
3 books. Okay, so
Something
3
like
books. Wait, 3 books that people need to read this year if you haven't read them yet.
No.
Number 1's The Alchemist, 5 Love Languages, and the 4 Agreements.
And a bonus book would be Essentialism.
Oh yeah, Greg McCown's Essentialism, great book as well. Anyways, we've got a list of books if you guys are ever interested that we can share with you that have been tremendously impactful for our family and just the direction that we've been on. But also, every once in a while you need a reset. So these are books that we actually reference and reread, usually at least once a year, sometimes every couple years, depending on the nature of the book. But yeah, those are definitely the go-tos.
Yeah, and share what your favorite books are too. You can either throw them in the comments or message us later. But if you have some, they could be fiction, nonfiction. The kids, they're always looking for good kids reads.
Or if you want to read some of the fiction with fictionalist stuff, Rainbow Rowell books. Rainbow Rowell.
Chardonnay is a huge Rainbow Rowell fan. And you like Jean Ure.
Ur.
Ure.
I can't say it right.
You are
So,
E.
send us some of your favorite books. That'd
Strawberry
be
Crush
awesome.
and Born to Dance are the 2 that I've read of her books, and oh my goodness.
Education
All right.
of a Wasp. Ooh, that sounds good. Gotta check that out.
Thanks,
Scary.
Chris. We'll
Thanks,
look into
Chris.
it. Okay.
So, all right, you know what? We've taken lots of time. We're sort of sharing some
We
of our
might have
highlights,
to do
some
a
of
part
our
2 of this. We
our,
haven't even got to
our
28.
big learnings. But let's talk about. We're gonna quickly. We'll round up. We'll round. Yeah. What are we doing?
Continuing
We're-
the list.
Round off?
We're gonna finish what we're talking about here with. We want to share some news about 2018 and some of the big goals we have as a family, but some of the big transitions that we have happening. And Christy, why don't you let them know what's the number
Do
one
the
thing
honors.
that's happening?
2 weeks today, we will make another international travel trip. Some of you already know. We haven't been like super secret about it, but
We're
we're
back.
going to start doing our countdown. We're headed back to Bali.
Boom!
Bali now!
In 15 days!
Yes, we're moving to Bali. It will be our home base for 2018.
And so if you make it that way, obviously we'd love to see you. We have a spare bungalow for people to visit. It's already booked up until May. It's crazy. Thanks for those that are coming to keep us company. But even if you make it that way, like find us. We're already over there. We love to connect. But Bali, we kind of had initially wanted to travel and like see more places and add more places to our list and that kind of thing. But it just was so holistic and so creative and such a spot for us health-wise. Like in 2017, Chardonnay's joints became inactive. We figured out the healthcare there was what we needed it to be. Di got strep throat, and within 25 minutes, he had all that he needed, and we were back at the beach. Like it wasn't this crazy 4-hour ordeal that we deal with here. So massage, physio,
I got my first
food.
facial. It was
Yes. It's just like such a great spot energy-wise, and for our family, that's where we launched some major programs in our private coaching, and the girls got inspired for their YouTube channel and their fangirl website.
Oh, Unlimited Power, great
So-
book. Yes.
There's just so much going on there. Fabulous Toastmasters group that we connected with. It expands us as individuals.
Pretty incredible. So we're moving back to Bali in a couple weeks. We do have a spare bungalow. We made sure our villa has a separate unit detached from our actual villa. Yeah,
just
and
said
so guys, these aren't empty invites. Honestly, if you're willing to make the journey and come on out to visit us, we've got a place.
And warning.
You can crash.
Some of our goals for 2018 is we're going to launch our first show. Our word for 2018 is kids. We're focusing on the kids and their dreams and their goals and everything that they want. They've been so
They've got some YouTube
patient
channels launching.
for all of everything we've been going. But the kids and consistency. And so we're going to get more consistent. We have a podcast that we want to launch, our Whole Life Manifesto podcast. The diet has goals of a TV show. What else did we say? Our app is gonna finally be released. It's a gaming app for health and wellness, and we
I
also
didn't know that.
our online programs that we've created for our private customized coaching is going to be put into a portal, and we're going to be growing that. We helped 40 lives last year directly through our private coaching, whether it be through business mastery or the health and fitness, a lifestyle mentoring. But then there was about 2,500 lives I think we figured out that we've been honored and privileged to play a part in their health and wellness journey in 2017. So we're excited to 10 times that. We're going to figure out ways to get out there, keep sharing our message, and be able to inspire and add value in any way we can. So you'll be seeing us broadcast a lot from Bali, potentially Australia, other parts of Southeast Asia. But if you're there to visit us, you might be part of our show.
And just a quick note, guys, we will be making an announcement. You probably saw the survey, the lifestyle survey come out. If you haven't had a chance to fill it out, please just take a minute, just a few minutes to fill that out. It gives us a lot of insight and input as to better ways to serve our communities, both online and offline. And it tells us where we should focus our energies first, because of course we're here about providing value. But with that, we plan for a retreat. And that retreat's going to happen in 2018. We're just going to finalize a date, which will be at least 6 months from now. So it will be probably July or August. But more details on that will be coming soon, and it will be limited how many people we can host
For the first time,
but it's going to be a lot of fun.
Shirley's going to host them weekly.
But there's a couple questions in the survey that specifically ask for insights and inputs as to we got distracted there with the comments. Sorry, but we love to host some of you. You know, some of you that have expressed an interest in connecting with us in a more intimate way, right? Because this is like one-on-one, one with a group, us really experiencing life a little bit differently together. You know, it sort of takes what we do in this online space and allows us to take it offline and really submerge ourselves in developing and deepening these relationships. I had an opportunity to participate in a retreat a couple months ago with Alterna Vida and Yancey Wright, the CEO. Great guy. If you haven't checked him out online, check him out. Yancey. It was a big highlight from last year. I learned a lot, but I went through a retreat that was very much outside of my comfort zone. You know, it's called a heart centering retreat, and I got to work with a shaman for the very first time. And guys, I've been in the health and wellness space for over 20 years, and this sort of Eastern philosophies, but even there were some other traditional philosophies, not just the Eastern, but also I got to say I found great value in being put into a space where I had an opportunity to explore some new ways of thinking, and also get around some people that think and look at life a little bit differently. Because it's funny, we all get so focused on doing things our own way that we forget there is so many things that we can learn in this life that we're in if we're open to learning, open to experiencing other people's energies.
And that was huge. We actually, 2017, we invested some significant time and money into mentorship and coaching programs and getting our own certifications, but also being part of masterminds and learning from those that have what we want or have gone before us or a little bit further, just to like pull us up. And that was something that we learned too. Like, just
we're big believers in constant measurable improvement. Those of you that are Anthony Robbins fans, you know that's the CMI principle, and so we're always about improving ourselves personally and professionally. And this year we've invested in coaching in both endeavors, both personally and professionally, and it's been incredible. You know, like education, constant education, but also learning from people that have already achieved certain things in their lives that you want to achieve. What better way to learn, you know?
It's scary at first, though.
Oh, it is, because
it definitely gets
it's
you out of
very
your
humbling,
comfort zone.
and but oh man, it's so much fun, and because it's nice to be challenged. Because you when you're challenged, what happens? Well, you got to grow, you got to evolve, and that's how, you know, getting uncomfortable it works, right? We get uncomfortable, and then we get comfortable with feeling uncomfortable, and the more we put ourselves into that space of feeling uncomfortable, we strengthen ourselves. It's pretty awesome. Pretty awesome. Anyway, so those are the big news for 2018. Yeah.
But like, I plan to learn an instrument and still work on doing my splits. I have another year. I turned 39 this May, and my goal to do the splits by the time I was 40, it's still gonna happen. It's still gonna happen.
Even
Jordan, what are you excited about?
What's your big thing for 2018? Big goal.
Hopefully school in Bali.
School in Bali. Boom.
She's been doing her research. There's a lot of amazing international schools over there. So she hopes to be a high school student in Bali, mixing with the locals and the other expats.
Bree, what's yours?
No, what's yours?
My big goal for 2018 is to reconnect with my fitness. 2017 was a big learning year for me. I'd hit certain peaks in fitness, but I also hit certain valleys in fitness, especially as I had a hernia operation. So that was major. Also just dealing with my autoimmune disease. There were some ups and downs with that. And so I've definitely, I can appreciate and value how sensitive our health can be at times. You know, how temperamental it can be and how easy it is to slip back with certain lifestyle goals as our health deteriorates at times. And sometimes it's out of our control, right? Like my autoimmune disease, I can do whatever I want to try to control the symptoms, but at the end of the day, when it acts up, it acts up. And it really floors me. And then also the hernia operation and coming back from that. Whew, man, it's been a lot longer of a recovery than I anticipated. But I'm excited because we're moving forward and making some changes. And so that's my big goal is in 2018 is to reconnect with my health and fitness in a big way and really make some progress in that area. So yeah, I'll be looking to you guys to hold me accountable. So those in our tribes, hey, I'm on this journey with you, literally in more ways than one. And so let's hold each other accountable, okay?
What about you, Bree?
Bree, what's your big goal?
Well, one of them's a given, Bali, but
that's
another
not
one.
goal. It's gonna happen. It's happening.
No, but whatever. One of my most excited ones that I'm happy for is more reading. I'm gonna be doing way more reading.
Yes, this was the past year you embraced it. You really enjoyed it. You didn't
Say
care
it.
for it before.
Tell them. And
a YouTube channel.
a YouTube channel.
Bree is a
Hey,
great
would you guys
YouTuber.
watch
She just doesn't hit
Bree on
send.
YouTube? She's got a lot of
Yes.
video content. She just hasn't put it up. But would you guys watch her show?
No.
Trust me,
What
she
about
does
your kids?
reviews about her books. She talks about Minecraft, talks about movies,
How
talks
do you
about how
do
she
that?
bugs her sister and annoys
Look
her.
at all the hearts and the love that you're getting.
See, people are gonna watch it. This is great.
That's awesome.
We're welcoming sponsors now. We're open for conversations about sponsorship opportunities.
Pop toys. Pop toys.
Pop
Please,
toys.
please sponsor.
Pop fun
Okay,
over
Christy,
here.
to round it off, or how do they say it? To
Close
you know what
it
I
out?
mean? Closing that out. What's Christy? Christy, what's your big goal for 2018?
Dude, I love Christopher Lewis. Look at his engagement.
I know, he's
Yeah,
all over it.
man.
Boom!
I would watch your daughter's YouTube channel.
Nice.
Oh,
All
there you go.
right.
Post it in the
Okay.
comments.
Okay, Christy, come on.
I don't know, I have a lot. But if I had to pick one, because we are such believers in the Healthy Foundation, I'm going to get emotional.
Why?
Get emotional. It's okay.
Ugh.
She's gonna cry, guys. She's gonna cry.
Emotions. Ugh.
Totally gonna cry.
Why?
Okay, shh.
Because 2017,
Okay, come on.
I don't know, I would definitely echo Di's in health and fitness because 2017 was a bit of an uncertain year for me. I haven't really been able to physically train since the summer and dealing with some neurological and ophthalmologist things and just being able to, I have such a sense of relief because it had been cleared 2 weeks ago. So I'm excited to get back on track and
We're holding each other accountable.
hold
More
each
couples
other
workouts.
accountable. Hopefully get back to doing Facebook Lives and reconnecting with the community and everything that we have planned for 2018. So I'm most excited about working out again.
Don't leave me hanging.
And I don't really like
Mom,
working out.
don't leave him hanging. Oh, I was gonna slide my hand through.
Ah.
Didn't work.
I don't want to end on that note.
Wow.
Fine, we can
let's
end
tell
on this note. Ready?
No, the accountability for the girls.
What?
Guess what? They will be running Dies.
No, not me.
I thought you said Snapchat.
Maybe. I don't know.
I think Charney's
All right.
taken over Snapchat, but either way, Bree is doing Insta stories and Snapchat, whatever it is, behind the
girl.
scenes in 2018. She's going to be running between the girls. They're going to be doing all the Insta stories and Snapchats and Facebook stories, whatever you see out there behind the scenes. So you can get a real raw and real what's happening to Coach Di and most likely all of us because we're just a combination.
And now another note that we have to end on. Ready? Count of 3.
Okay, ready?
What?
Wait. Happy New Year! Congratulations on completing an awesome 2017. Whether you think it or not, you have things to celebrate. Make sure your non-negotiable is to acknowledge 3 things every day about your accomplishments and how awesome you are, how you contributed. 3 things. 3 things at the end of every day.
Okay, now to finish it off. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Dab on it!
A dab dab.
A dab dab.
Hey guys, be well. Hey, thanks for tuning in.
Thank you.
Have a great 2018.
We'll see you again soon.
Bye.
Wait.
Oh, what? What?
You gotta say hi.
Okay, well, do your thing. I really have to pee. Too much coffee. I got it. Okay,
Thanks.
peace out.
Bye.
No. I'm the star. Don't.
This is the breed.